Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to New Bern 101. We're super excited you're here. My name is Colleen Roberts. As I introduced myself at the start of the program, I'm the Public Information Officer and Brand Manager for the city. New Bern 101 is New Bern's version of a Citizens Academy, only you don't have to be a resident of the City of New Bern to participate.
And I was very anxious to find out more about the goings-on of the government.
I'm always in search of knowledge, and I was surrounded by a new community. I had just moved here.
I'm interested in politics and wanting to learn how, governments run.
This is a 7 to 8 week program that introduces you to local government. So each session is devoted to a certain department within the city.
Welcome to the very first session of New Bern 101. All right, so what are some of the things that we do?
Our mission is to enhance the quality of life for all citizens through the development of sustainable facilities, parks, programs, and services.
Public works is kind of an all-encompassing word. It means different things to different people. And hopefully by the end of this, you'll understand what our particular public works department does.
This is the heart of the electrical system. It's 115,000 volts. It goes out at 23,000 volts. When it gets to your house, we put in another transformer and we step it down to 120 volts.
You're going to find out about stormwater enhancement projects that we're working on and the grants that we're applying for. So yes, there are a lot of things that are in the works now that you're really going to find out about very soon.
We have pumps that send the water into the plant, and it takes a little work to make it pleasant and drinkable. I'm going to give y'all a fresh, dirty water sample. Y'all see the color in this? Our metals are oxidized, go through the top of the filter. The filter media catches it, and it comes out the bottom.
It's before and after. The time I was 4 or 5 years old, I was hanging out at the fire station. These gentlemen right here were a great mentor to me.
Each of those departments try to put together a very engaging, exciting session full of all kinds of activities.
One thing really important about this department, we've got a lot of history that goes back to the 1700s.
For example, during the New Bern Fire Rescue session, the participants were really touched by a mock fire scenario that the Fire Rescue Department put on for them.
Hi. Yes, my name is Tony. My house is on fire.
They had one of the participants call a real 911 operator to report the fire.
I fell asleep and next thing you know what, the kitchen was on fire.
And the gentleman ended up saying afterwards that it was so real to him.
But I'm not sure. My wife was there with my grandson, and I don't know where they're at.
He could feel his adrenaline, and he could feel himself getting hysterical.
I'm not sure. I fell asleep.
Battalion 1, Engine 1, Engine 3, Engine 4, Tower 1, respond to the SD training ground, structure fire.
So everybody has to be talented enough, skilled enough to do multiple roles on the fire scene.
No!
Tower 1 command copy, entering Division 2 search.
Right now our priority is that person, those people, okay?
Command copy, water supply established, grid company established.
And I was really surprised at how many people it takes to run this small city.
So there's a lot of work that goes on here that people don't see.
And one of the constant comments that we got from each session was, I had no idea the amount of people it takes to run the city, to respond to citizens, to deploy staff.
Planning and zoning deals with everything that happens before people start swinging hammers, and there's a lot of work that goes involved in that.
I wasn't aware that each department talks to each other the way they do. They seem to be really connected.
In Martin Marietta Park, this land was donated by Martin Marietta Materials to the city to develop as a park. All of the work that's been completed out there has been paid for by grants. No city dollars have been spent on that park.
So we'll come up around the corner here. This side over here is where the proposed bicycle pump course will be, the zip lines, stuff like that. The more the adventure course type stuff will be in this area when it does get developed.
And we have staff here that can take you up in the sky lift up to 85 feet if you would like to look over the town at night.
Strap me in.
You ready?
Bye-bye! Woo, here comes the breeze.
Y'all, my heart is pounding, but it was a lot of fun.
I'm all smiles under the mask, I promise.
I could see up McDonald's and up, you could see the Weyerhaeuser plant, and you could see where I live in Riverside.
Ain't that pretty? I love that one.
Colleen spearheaded this campaign, Even Heroes Give Blood. I thought that was a great opportunity. Although Chief Boyd wanted to be Captain America, but I was first on Amazon and I ordered my t-shirt first. So first thing I'd like to say is, first of all, welcome. Welcome, and we hope that we're able to impart a little bit of knowledge about the New Bern Police Department. We go as far south, obviously in Carolina colors, and all the way up north here in the Washington Forks.
The police simulator was very interesting.
You're going to be surrounded by several screens. There's 5 screens that are going to surround you.
They put you in a situation like a police officer would be put in. You don't know how what's going to happen. You have to handle it.
3X322, respond to the front parking lot at City Hall, reference a subject causing disturbance and refusing to leave.
He's making everyone uncomfortable. Please help me. Get rid of him. He's not good.
You in the car, let me see your hands. Sir, stop. Put the gun down.
You know what? I knew you were going to do that, and I could see you didn't want him to enter the building. Why not?
I didn't want him to hurt anybody.
You didn't want him to hurt anybody.
The level of expertise and the emphasis they place on training the police officers to handle different situations is excellent.
So you learned about the various departments. In the budgeting process, we have to gather what we need and want. So you have to decide, what you're going to choose to fund. You only have so much in revenue resources, and so you have to come to the end of that with a balanced budget.
Mayor, Board of Aldermen, good evening. I'm excited to present to you the participants and graduates of our first ever New Bern 101 class. This is an outstanding group.
You can get civic pride from something like this.
What I'd like to do is invite the board in front of the partition. I will have each of you pin a gold bear pin onto the participants, as they're called, one by one.
I feel proud to have been able to receive recognition on, instead it should be the other way around. We should be recognizing for this city.
Brad Jefferson, congratulations.
We should be congratulating them. I mean, the city officials, the elected officials, the department heads, they all do a fantastic job.
Next is Deanna Borgia. Jeff Woodyesline, Joe Gaskins, Johnny Robinson, Lee Harrington, Matthew Lewis, Robert Papasadero, and last but certainly not least, Shirley Papasadero. If you want to participate in New Bern 101, I say bring your questions, bring your ideas, and bring a spirit of activity.
It was a great experience.
I'm going to recommend it to everybody I know.
The only thing is I wish I could take it again.
I'm astounded every time that I think about it. I'm so happy to be in New Bern.
I really have a really good feeling about New Bern. I think it's going to be a model for the nation someday.